Hello there, everyone! Zantok here with Select Star Gaming, and welcome back to more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We've got another class trial. Somebody's gonna be revealed as a murderer and eliminated.
Yes.
Well, it won't be me. So I'm good. I don't give a shit. I give a shit, but I don't give a shit. I know I'm living at the end of the day, and that's all that matters to me. Kind of. But Curb, this is the point where I try and figure out who did it before the trial, and I gotta tell you, man, I feel like we learned nothing. The only thing we learned in the last investigation was that the dead body wasn't Kyoko. That's it! That's all we learned! We didn't learn anything else!
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
The bomb was a Monokuma bomb, we know that. So somebody carried it with them. Somebody carried out a bomb scheme. I still think there's only one person who is dastardly enough to do that. But he also isn't the type that wants to get his hands dirty. So I'm just like, did he though?
Right.
So I don't know. Toko was the most suspicious simply because she was the only one gone when during the time frame when it would have happened. But can Toko hide a bomb on her body? Where's she gonna hide a bomb?
I have no idea.
Like, really though. The only person outfit-wise that can really hide a bomb is Hero. That's the only one that can hide anything. But that don't make sense either. Also, where'd that chicken go? I want to know what happened to the chicken.
There's a missing chicken. There's
a missing chicken. I want to know where the chicken went.
I'm telling you, Hina ate it.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't blame her. But is that a murder?
Is the chicken a participant in the killing game?
A chicken is a living thing. But is a chicken a student? It could be the ultimate chicken. The ultimate egg bearer.
The
I don't
ultimate chicken impersonator.
The ultimate chicken horse.
Yes!
No, but I play the skunk. I play as a skunk. Come on now, that's my character. Then I can make fun of people because like, you got beat by a skunk. You suck. Well,
It's been so long, I don't even remember what mine was. I think I was a rabbit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But I got nothing else to go over. The theories after the last episode, there's really nothing new to go off of other than, you know, we know that the dead body is 90% chance it's Mukuro. I mean, I don't know who else it could be. It's gotta be Mukuro. Kyoko theoretically could have done it and just been lying about where they were. Hina was with us, Hiro was with us, Byakuya was with us. Toko was not. Toko disappeared. But something else I wonder is, if I tell you to murder somebody, who is the murderer? Are you because you physically did it? Or was it me because I manipulated you to do it? Well, I guess no. I guess we've kind of had that answered. Because, well, no, I guess we don't. Because I was thinking Celeste manipulated Hifumi into killing Taka, but Hifumi got murdered himself, so we technically don't know what the ruling on that would have been. I don't know. That there's a lot of interesting scenarios with the rules in this game. It's like, okay, but what if this? Okay, what if that? What's the rule calling there? Who actually is the killer?
Okay, from the accomplice standpoint, the one when he goes over in the very beginning, I believe it's like, you can have accomplices, but it's the one who does the killing who gets to graduate.
That's what's an accomplice, yes, but if I manipulate you into doing something, I'm not the accomplice. An accomplice helps a murderer. I'm pushing you to murder. I'm commanding you. A little bit different. I don't know.
I don't think that happens for it either, because if you think about it, the person kept their hands clean. I don't know. It's a hard way to put about it. So yeah.
Maybe we'll find out in Danganronpa 2 or 3 if those games ever happen. We'll see. You know,
Well, they have happened. They're
maybe
out there.
well, I mean on the channel. Maybe we'll get an answer when Danganronpa 6 comes in.
True. Maybe.
Alright, we've wasted enough time. Somebody's trying to message me on Discord. Why? What do you people want with me?
It's not me this time.
I have no idea what they want from me. I'm just gonna ignore that, and we're just gonna go into the trial.
Do it.
Being the last one left, and they've been waiting for a while, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. Some of us surprised that Kyoko was alive, others of us just like, fuck, again? Again? God damn it. Others were just like, you know, I thought we were over this because the bear was gone, and then the bear came back, and then it was like I was in hell. What if... There's a new theory. What if we're all actually dead and this is limbo?
Oh, God.
This is our punishment for being shitty people. Huh. I mean, is that crazier than my clone theory?
It's not shitty.
What?
You're saying that it's because they're all shitty people. I'm like, but Hina's not shitty.
Okay, she's the least shitty. But let's be real here. Most people are shitty people.
Okay.
In some way or another. After an immeasurable period of time where we debated the concept of limbo, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. Oh God, did he sparkle it up? But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh, God.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
It's ugly. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception. I really wish you would come up with different words for each different one, but whatever. A deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, Makoto, you can come up with different deadly things. Come on now. We really don't need the set skills because we didn't get any new ones. But, I mean, we have the points. I might as well equip the things that aren't going to come up because why not, right? Mm-hmm. Sure, I'll equip it. Oh, I can't equip... Oh! I can't.
Never mind.
Short. Well, who needs handiwork? Vocabulary is better, right? I guess. I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah, the Toko perk over the Hifumi one. Fair choice.
Yeah.
Let's
that I had that in
begin
mind,
with a
but yeah.
basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Why isn't there a picture of the new dead person?
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
So I've been wondering this for a while. If they fuck up, and they don't get the right person, do all of them get the punishment that the guilty person would have gotten? Because he only has one thing built out there at the moment. He made a clear point that with the last round with Sakura, it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I don't want my big old murder machine to go to waste, so we're just going to break this computer with it. So if we had failed the first time around, would we all been killed by baseballs? Well, alright.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko! There's no other explanation.
Hero. Hero, why? Put a pause at that. Is it me? No, it says I'm still connected. Hello? Zach, can you hear me at all?
Hi, I'm back.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I have no idea what just happened.
That's fine.
I disconnected and reconnected my connection. So that is so weird. Oh my god.
I mean, weather. Probably somewhere down the line.
It was so freaking weird. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. I paused it here at Hero being a dumbass. Because he said,
Of
oh,
course.
let's clarify who's the dead body. And it was like, oh, it's Kyoko. So my response was, really? Are you sure about that?
I get it.
Doesn't
I
matter.
can't see the screen if I'm supposed to or
Oh,
not,
you
though.
can't? Oh, that's odd because I'm still streaming it. Let me restart that.
Probably a good idea. Sorry.
Nope, it's fine.
There it is. It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation. Okay, perfect.
Yep. Alright, jump back. Oh, where's the... Fuck.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah.
This might be the dumbest thing Hero has ever said.
No, that's a ghost.
Alright, I forgot he thinks it's a ghost. Oh my god.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm at the point where I hope it's him. I'm done with it. I'll fucking deal with Byakuya being a fucking dick. But can we get rid of the dumbass? The guy who just, from start to finish this entire game, has been absolutely useless. It's just been a complete moron. I want him out of here. I want him
There's a
dead.
limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
See?
Yep.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Hey, Kyoko, you want to take off your gloves?
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Well, she has all three of these.
She really does. She has a face.
I'm honestly not sure what it was for me to choose, but I'm going to go with gloves because that's what makes sense.
I got it!
Okay.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Well, yes.
In
I
fact,
do.
Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here in the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to do this. I mean, the fake nails is one
Kyoko
thing,
there is
but...
just a ghost.
Here we go.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Ah, I see what
This
it is.
entire discussion is idiotic.
I thought they wanted me to talk about the tattoos, but I guess that'll be saved till later. I know the body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. I
That
just gotta...
Kyoko there is...
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The dead body
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
Well, yeah, she...
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
But only 3.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
I bet the explosion blew nails off, though.
Probably.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Or it's to make people go, what the fuck, and distract them, and then you stab your fake nails into their chest and pull out their heart.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I know more than you.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Seriously.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
We already know. I feel like he's stalling.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Which is sus. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Okay, now I'm gonna use a tattoo. There we go.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Not necessarily.
If Kyoko really, then who died?
There's gotta be... I don't think so.
Who died?
The face was scorched
No, I didn't want to.
and there
No, that's not
wasn't
what I
any
wanted.
description
God
in the
damn it.
Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Actually, probably wasn't the face from that I needed to do. It was probably the.
Kyoko really, then who died?
There's gotta be... I don't think so. And there wasn't any Well, if we can't...
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Yep.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
I'm sorry, was that
Cruel
called
and
for?
unusual death. This I gotta see.
I mean, it's Toko. She's very dramatic.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
No, it's a wolf.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
What the fuck?
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Oh my
No,
god.
that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. It's just this one right here.
It's Monokuma!
Oh my god!
Monokuma has a tattoo!
I got it!
He is a tattoo!
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... Oh, Hangman time, alright. It's Wolf. I feel like Hangman is never hard. Like, even if I had on a hard difficulties, it will just be like, oh hey, here's more letters that you don't know. But even then, it's been obvious.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Which is really weird.
Man,
It is weird.
after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
It's okay. We'll get there.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Well,
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
maybe she's the ultimate patsy?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Alright, game. Alright.
Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Shut up. The adults are talking.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
That's smart. It's really smart. Good job. I'm proud of you. Not responding to people trying to rile you up for once. You're learning.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Alright. As stupid as he is, theoretically, he has a point. We know he's wrong, but theoretically, when you have one mystery person that just showed up, there could be another one.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
Yeah. Were you not paying attention?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yep. Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Me and Kyoko. No,
Yep.
it's Toko and Josai Jack.
Oh, totally. Wait, what are you saying? Are you trying to get me killed? Do you want me to die?
No.
Shoot!
Oh dear. Josai Jack is a murderer, it's true, but I'm not sure that's enough to make her a
I'm
suspect.
sure you realize who I'm talking.
Yeah, I know. You want me to say it's me.
Did you just cut me
I
off?
got it!
I did.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm.
Oh, that's right. We even kicked his ass in
That
sprinklers
at that
yet.
point, there was no dead body there.
I thought we'd already mentioned this, but no, we didn't have a chance last
So,
time.
the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis.
Are me and Makoto.
Oh, oops. What's
That's
that?
why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yes, actually.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
How are none of them yawning? They've been up for over 24 hours.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They should all be tired as fuck right now.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
It's smaller than that.
But what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot right now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
That doesn't matter. The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then. Looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, I just have to prove the murder didn't happen in the time that I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Which is easy. Sprinklers!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It
You
took
have.
place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry. In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame
For the murder, it took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep, and
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
What? Oh, come on.
Shoot!
That should have worked. Fine, it's probably the 10 o'clock one.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between...
No, that's wrong.
Because it couldn't have that late if the sprinklers were later.
Exactly.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Well,
Because of
you
the
see,
sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
Oh dear.
How dare you spew such indecent words?
What the fuck is it?
No,
You're the one that said
I'm
it.
saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Why is she so extra this trial?
Why is she so extra? Period.
Why isn't Jack here?
Honestly, I expected it to be Jack. I'm always caught off guard when I just see regular Toko now. I always just expect to see Jack.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet, even though it should be fucking obvious. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna get this.
I admit nothing. I hate you.
Okay.
No!
Being a little
don't
rude for
know
no reason.
anything.
We're not asking if you know anything.
Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I'm
No.
right about this. I
Well-
admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. That's enough. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I'm
No.
right about this.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? How can
This should prove it.
Oh, that face!
It's a great face.
It's such a
Just
good
remember
face.
what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
I mean, it kind of all looks on fire to me.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
That's not strictly true. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... But no, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
I mean,
This is a
self-defense
trap
would
the
be...
mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
Oh.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
I mean, she's right. It could have been dragged there.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been the missing chicken? No, it's
A chicken!
Chicken! I mean, it's tempting, but I don't think we'll get fun
Like
dialogue. If I thought we would get fun dialogue, I'd go for it, but I don't think we will.
I got it!
Not in
You're
those
talking
sections,
about the tarp,
unfortunately.
aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
And part of it was wet.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To narrow the window.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? You know what? No, I'm not going to think about that right now. Instead, the tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? So it should have blood. And yet, the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. And I know that I'm not, even though I definitely have blanked out that space of time. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Then it would be wet.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
What? What was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right there in the... Chicken! They killed a chicken!
Oh no!
Hina!
I got
God. It would be
Could
her.
it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
You were a bad chicken warden. You couldn't save the
Dang it.
chicken.
Man,
Damn it, hero.
that's messed up.
Ty would not be happy.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Oh,
There we go.
I bet something did. I'm sure they threw the body at the man-eating plant.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit
Yeah,
used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
What was that?
Well, now we're gonna have a chicken class trial.
I mean, it's the same class trial because it's the same person that did it.
I want a chicken at one of the podium stands.
Burger?
As,
But
as a
if that's
class
the
witness.
case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Boy, I should tell you about the Phoenix Wright case then where a whale is the defendant.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah, That's the thing.
Insane.
it's a thing.
My bad.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
Nope.
I think so.
Well,
Wait, no.
Really?
The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
it was
Then
over
that
their
settles
front.
it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Checks out.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off,
You'd have to be a mastermind.
wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Uh-oh. And the
Oh, no.
suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. What? Alright!
Truth bullet!
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Oh, Jesus, here it comes.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Me? Are you trying to set me up for a future murder that I'll get blamed for?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Oh boy.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
Nobody asked.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
No.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead... It's the same one! It really is, isn't it?
If he
Because they
did
were
have that,
actually
that
killed by the
seals
blunt
it.
object.
Just because I had that automatic...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what. So
No,
there's
no.
no question.
Damn it.
you took that knife.
What a horrible man
Oh,
you are,
no.
Makoto. The knife we found... It's the same one! It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that,
Seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make...
well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
Why do I keep doing that?
So there's
Oh,
no
no.
question.
God fucking
You took
Christ.
that knife of yours.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
No.
The knife we found... It's
so
the
angry.
same one! It really is, isn't it?
If he
I
did
keep-
have that, that seals it.
Press
Just
holding
because
the
I
button.
had the knife, that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Which one did I have loaded up?
Shoot!
Analysis.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave...
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I had that automatically make...
Well, getting stabbed.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
All good.
That was annoying.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So,
Oh my God.
when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning,
True.
if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point. Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
God. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No. There's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see in the Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Bye, Toko! It's a real shame she died right then. It's a real shame.
What if that actually killed Genocide
The
Jack?
explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
That's an interesting theory, actually. Because we haven't seen Jack
She's
since
not in
then.
this trial, yeah.
Huh. Or...
Oh, wait.
Interesting. Interesting.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Oh, spontaneous combustion.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Listen, Hero.
Face bomb.
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to take off your nastiest, dirtiest sock and shove it right down your throat until you can't breathe anymore. You do that for me.
God, you sound like Toko.
Can you shut the fuck up for a second? God,
Back to the kids' stable.
I'm seriously over this character. He might be... I think he might be one step above Hifumi now.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
God damn, I'm so
Go ahead,
tired of him.
Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. It's a bomb! Do we have an actual bomb item? No, okay, so we'll just do the fragments. Wherever they were. Where'd they go?
You skip past it.
There they are. Jesus.
Okay, there we go.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
I'm gonna shut that down right here because Kyoko didn't know there was a bomb.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. We need to concentrate here. Alright, what have we got? Okay, that's helpful.
Then
Well,
shall
I mean,
we
it kind of
continue the
is.
debate? The victim's
it's a blunt
fatal
offense,
injury
you know that.
has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Well.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because
funny.
of the knife, right? Then
When
there's
Hero
only
says
one
the
other
smart thing. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves...
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
I want to read the file again. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed with a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. She'd also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. But it was completely other wounds, the face were at least several days old. Okay.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered
countless wounds
Nope,
across
not
her
that one.
entire
I was thinking
body.
their wounds were several days old, so it couldn't be that.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
victim's fatal injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't
Actually, isn't that first thing?
Oh, yeah. That's
It
gotta
doesn't
be
make
it.
sense to me.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire...
Then, shall we continue the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I mean, it says it in the file.
Shoot.
It lists all the different
Then,
things.
shall we continue the debate?
Yeah.
So the Monokuma's like, it's one of
The
them. It's like, well,
victim's
that's not the
fatal
point.
injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
And it wasn't because then there's only one other.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
shoot.
They're
Then
saying
shall
all
we
of the
continue
options.
the debate? The
Yes,
victim's
they
fatal
are.
injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
she was already.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
No, it wasn't, but sure, I'll click it.
There's
Okay,
only
well.
one other thing.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it.
Think
And
about
more than
it.
that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Oh, this is one of those.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
And more than that, the
I
victim
always
had
forget
suffered
about that.
countless wounds across her entire body.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury...
Fucking fine.
No, that's wrong.
One
I
trial
never-
you got it right away when it was this one.
Yeah.
Mukuro
I
died
normally
because
don't
of the
think
blow to
about
the
the
back
whole
of the
stealing
head she
thing.
suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh, yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Jesus.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Depends on how you hit them,
Well,
really.
maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Oh,
So
dear.
what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Sure have.
Tell him, Makoto.
The real murder weapon is something I have in the file. Let's go through them all here. Why don't we? It's the chickens.
Yes, a chicken is thick as an iron pipe.
Aha. The arrows.
I got
Yes. Totally the
Mukuro
arrows.
was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Which I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, but an arrow shaft is not as thick as a metal pipe. No.
Okay.
That's some nonsense.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
I guess.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because I kind of think it's ridiculous too. And also there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
One arrow is too thin. If it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough, which is why they used duct tape
The
to bind them
titanium
together.
arrow.
It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No,
Almost too
that's
slow.
wrong.
Oh no.
I almost missed.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
It's not looking good for Kyoko.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Yeah, Hina also knew.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? Oh, it must be connected to that dojo locker, right?
The chicken. It was the chicken's locker.
Chickens! Chickens.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime.
But she was locked out of her room!
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
It's a really good question.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
You should. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? When the body was found. Okay, well that doesn't sound helpful.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the...
No, that's wrong.
I mean, no, that's right. There's proof. But Makoto, calm
Yeah, that's
down.
a weird one.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
It's a very weird statement.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I pass out? The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro? And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap.
You spend all your time trying to avoid danger. You'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
Hold on right here. If you notice, there's no time limit on this one.
There's not. So what do you gotta say?
Well, there's options.
Are you saying this is a split path?
Maybe.
Okay, if this is the path, I'm going to ask you this now, because I want clarification whenever these kinds of things happen in games.
Okay.
Is this a thing where I'm going to have, if I pick the wrong thing, I get a bad end, but I can jump right back into it? Or am I going to be going like on a completely different route in the story? Hello?
Jump back into it.
Okay. So if I fuck up, it'll just pretty much put me right back here at this decision.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So
fine then.
what do you think you should be doing here?
Well, obviously, runaway is not the correct option.
But you could always click it. How about this? You could always click it anyway.
God, it's fucking tempting. I really want to, but I guess that would depend on like.
How about,
do what?
Let's Xantok do it.
I'm
telling you to click run away.
Will doing it expose what I'm supposed to do?
No.
Okay, then sure. Fuck it. Let's run away. Let's have some fun. No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. I decided. Goddamn. All right. All right, fair enough. So here's what I'm thinking. They're really pushing the whole. No, like she doesn't want us to kill her. It feels more like they're trying to say, oh, Mukuro wasn't killed by any of us. It sounds like it's a trap, and Monokuma's being a fucking dick. And he wants us to think it's her so that we'll kill her. And then he'll just be like, oh yeah, it was her. Yeah, totally. And then we'll just keep going. Get rid of the threat that's trying to expose everything. But also focusing back on the flashback there where it says, hey, if you don't move forward, you can't figure anything out. Well, if we let it go, then we're not moving forward, we're just stalling. So we have to poke, we have to prod, we have to tickle the sleeping dragon and pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Alrighty. Let me reread what her account is for real quick. Just,
I didn't have.
Be sure. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, sneaking into the second floor of the dorms. The area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. Okay.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Uh-huh.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room,
yes.
How else could the key have gotten there?
I see.
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Kyoko herself told me before the trial started that she had stolen something very important from the headmaster's room.
I didn't have the key to my room.
Because I'd given it to. There's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly.
No, that's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself. Didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Oops.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing—
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't, Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Bad end.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
You're really eager.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any?
Oh
It's
dear.
because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
We already knew all the other ones, and you made us fucking... What the fuck? You are...
Oh dear.
Alright, so clearly the wrong choice was made, but, you know, it's fine. We'll go back to it.
Wrong choice.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, what did she think would happen when she said that? She gave me information and she lied. Come on, that makes you look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good job! You got it right! Brilliantly right! We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? Well, but... something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I've prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
The thing that makes this most clear this is all wrong is just how far he's rushing this. He's never rushed it like this.
Interesting.
What? And that's where the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent. Well, regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again, and we all grew old together. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Oh my, what? What? Oh my god, Hero's Prophecy. What the fuck?
So I need you to really think about this for a second. How often is Hero right?
30%.
And how many, and what chance was it of those choices
33%.
to pick the one that led to...
Technically 50, because the runaway wasn't a real option. I guess
No.
Toko didn't... I guess this photo was taken after Toko died, considering the Byakuya over there.
Of natural causes.
Stress, probably. It was probably stress. What the fuck?
Yeah, look at this. This is the ending we've chosen.
Okay. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. You know what? This is worth it. This was worth it.
Oh dear. That's also the happiest Byakuya has ever looked.
Oh yeah. Also, his
'Cause
son
she's
is
dead.
disturbed. This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
There we go.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
It was all a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, her claim. What are we doing? Oh, that's right. I had a nightmare and it was horrible. I had to decide here. Do I expose Kyoko's light or not? Obviously, we're gonna expose her light, right? I mean, why would you lie to me? We can skip all this again. I feel like I should have gotten an achievement for that. Come on, game. That would have been funny. But we're gonna let it go.
Look,
Oh yeah, I
I
noticed
was gonna
that.
say they're not even checkmarked. We should pick them again.
No. Once
No.
is enough. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Yep.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course,
Excuse me.
I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
But how'd it get there?
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Oh, come on.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Well, Mr. Bear?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
What?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
But this is the shortest
So
trial
then,
yet.
it's time for voting time, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Something gonna
The
happen.
B.
What are you talking about? I see an A.
Okay, well there was a B somewhere in the middle. I don't know why.
That's probably when I was forgetting about the whole stealing an answer thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most likely. So I get 75 medals.
They're called medals. Oh.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
But I'm not. Wait. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, they didn't. And I know it's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding and positively thrilling punishment. Wait, what? No. Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Are we about to switch control to Kyoko? Is that what's happening in this game?
Makes a little more sense now, doesn't it? This one fits Makoto a little better.
Yeah, I thought it was a weird one for Kyoko. So they're pulling a switcheroo on who you're playing as.
Right before the end.
What? Oh, well done.
What?
Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Ah, damn it all to hell, I don't believe this!
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing with a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't need to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yaha!
To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit? In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone?
Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.
Well, that's interesting. This was an odd case. This was a very odd case. At one point, I wondered. Well, obviously at the end, I was kind of wondering if we were going to switch into Kyoko. But I also at one point was wondering, like, okay, are we gonna? Am I gonna die and then I'm gonna be doing things as a ghost? What's happening here? No, we got some other stuff going on. We are somewhere in a pile of garbage, I guess. And as much as I really want to know what's happening next, I can't yet, because it's time to end the episode.
Yeah.
You know, it's the worst part of every episode, you know? The worst part.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we'll find out what the fuck is happening next in the next one. God damn it. Alright. Bye, everyone.
Later.